year on year. So every, I would say, 5 years, we are getting almost doubling in our size. And I think there are a few reasons because of our population dynamics, and of course the evolution of quick service. American quick service brands came to our country 30 years back when no one was consuming burgers and pizzas. But now, of course, there are hundreds and thousands of stores. So the opportunity in India, I think any brand which looks at this marketplace has to at least have a horizon of 10 to 20 to 30 years. And if you do that, it would be a meaningful market, especially in the quick service space. Yes, it is competitive. And that's why I think having a brand like Sausage Salon helps the community here, the franchisee community here in India, to bring in the best system, the best practice, the best product, and really engage with consumers here in a much more mature fashion. And that's the power of franchising. So the hot dog, is something which I truly feel, still has not been done the way it can be done in our market. We don't have chains of hot dogs who are running 1,000 stores. And India is a 1,000 store market because hot dog is a quick product. Hot dog is a price sensitive product. It you can make it vegetarian, non-vegetarian. You can spice it up with different sauces. So it has all those interesting elements of to make a great, scalable, quick service brand. And that's why I think bringing in, having our conversation with the Sausage Salon team, what they have done in South Africa, having over 120 stores in South Africa and in UAE. I think they have really championed the product, I think, which is very, I know it sounds simple, but it's not. And also the format. And what we have done with them in last, let's say, a couple of months is to build a model for Indian marketplace, which is scalable in nature. We don't want like a 20 store or 25 or 30 store market in India. We are looking with Sausage Salon, we're looking for, I think, over 500 stores at least. That's where the value creation would happen for everyone, whether it's the brand, whether it's our partners, our franchisees, and our consumers. So that's this is the kind of brand. So if you're looking for a scalable brand in a category which everyone knows, but still there's the space to build a brand because it's still not as crowded. If you today get into a burgers category, a pizza category, there are at least 75 to 80 brands. If you get into biryani, there are at least 500 brands. So that way, I mean, it's a category, which can be, if someone takes it seriously, it can be done well. And with the experience of Sausage Salon in South Africa, I think you can use the system to quickly kind of pilot it and then scale it. And that's how the model has built. The brand has been very kind to really work with us and bring this model much closer to the Indian marketplace with considering scalability in mind. I know they have a slightly different model in Dubai and UAE, which is more which where the premium pricing can happen. But in India, we know we have to be price sensitive at the same time, and we have to give the best product. So it's very interesting, and we are looking for ambitious partners, highly ambitious partners for the main clusters in India. Because again, as I mentioned, 500 stores is the minimum we want to actually achieve in next 5 to 7 years. And the brand, I mean, with we have the founder today, so they already are working on the supply chain. They already are considering, okay, how do we figure out the sauce part? So that part, I think it's something which is already in the process. What we really need is ambitious franchisee partners, especially in the top 10 cities of India, who can give us anywhere from 25 to 50 stores in next 2 to 3 years. And what we will give you is a proven system. We will give you a very cost efficient, format efficient, product efficient, and system efficient brand. And so on that note, first of all, it's a pleasure to have you, Stephen. Thanks for joining us, and look forward to hear from you with regards to how you build this brand, because I know South African F&B quick service market is so competitive. There's so many brands which kind of compete for that dollar, and you have built this brand, and now, of course, taking it internationally. So welcome. And just before I bring in Stephen, I have my colleagues Biash and Swaraj who are here.
Hi.
Who will help us facilitate this session. This is a live session, people. So, shoot your questions to us, shoot your feedback to us, and we'll try and answer that in real time. And yeah, let's do this. Thank you so much, Stephen. Good to see you. I know you. I'll see you in person very soon, and look forward to hear from you.
Thanks very much for the introduction. I didn't realize that we'd done so much. Thanks, Venus. Look, we're very excited that we partnered with Brand Global to actually grow into India, and we're looking forward to the journey. A lot of the things that you've mentioned I'll cover in our introduction, but I'd like to start with a short video just to get everyone's taste buds going. And then I will go through an introduction. I won't read it word for word, but I'll go through it, and then we can operate and ask for questions. Is that okay?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Do you know how to do the video things, Stephen?
Yes, I have a trusty assistant.
Yes, Kerry.
Yes. Coming up. I believe it's 42 in New Delhi today.
I'm sorry?
The degrees is 42 in New Delhi today. It's really hot.
Oh, yes. Yes. It is called Indian summer for a reason.
Okay. Here we go.
We cannot see it. We are seeing your browser.
Anything now?
So you might want to stop screen and then share again. Sometimes that happens. There is a lag.
Stop sharing. Is that better?
Yep.
Okay. Video.
You need to stop screen again because we are not hearing you. So if you stop the screen, Kerry, just stop it. Now share it again. Just on that screen at the bottom left, you will see a button which says enable sound. Just do that. And then we will be able to hear the video. Otherwise, we won't be able to hear the video.
Sure. So you're saying when I select share screen?
Yes, and then at the left bottom on that screen, you will find a button called enable sound.
Huh?
Yes, just click on that and then share the document. Everything will be okay.
never ends. Our story starts in 1997 with a vision to become the best hot dog franchise in the world.
Something you can't tame, cause I break the chains. Can't control me. I got the power. I got the keys. Cause I break the chains.
The Strange family had a big dream. Cut to 2023. We have gold accolades in international sausage tasting competitions, trusted suppliers with the highest accreditations, operational expertise, hands-on resultants, and a marketing team that, well, likes to keep it flipping saucy. We continue to grow, innovate, and prosper. With our crazy delicious variety of hot dogs, burgers, corn dogs, snacks, and a truly silly selection of sauces and toppings, we thrive to serve fun food the whole family can enjoy. From malls, filling stations, concerts, sports events, private functions, kids' birthdays, and online deliveries, it's no wonder we are fast becoming a South African favorite. With over 120 outlets across Southern Africa and an international rollout plan, we have developed great business models that suit all entrepreneurs and business owners who want to join our quest and continue the story. Probably the best hot dogs in the world? Definitely the best hot dogs in the world. Sausage Saloon, we're hot and ready.
Right, thanks, Greg.
It's very nice.
So,
I think it gives
yes,
us. Thank you so much.
I'm hungry again. Just as a quick introduction, 27 years ago, our family were in big seater restaurants, 300-seater, 400-seater steakhouses and restaurants like that. And out of that was born Sausage Saloon because of the simplicity of what we can do in a smaller area. We still serve great food, a lot quicker, out of a smaller area. Lower electricity, lower staff, all the costs have come down so that the profit can be a lot bigger and a lot easier. Like I say, 1997 we started. It took us a year and a half to actually get the recipes right, and then we grew from there. It's been a steady growth. There's been some ups and some downs, but mostly ups, and we've seen some really good results out of this. It's beyond just hot dogs, as you mentioned, Venus. It's not that easy to actually get to the point where we are now. You've got to take a lot of taste into consideration. You've got to figure out how that sausage is cooked, how long it can stay on the roller. There's a lot of factors that go into it, and we've actually managed to perfect it. We also managed to trace every single hot dog from supplier right through to customer, so we're very proud of that situation. We do a complete market analysis as we grow in. Like you've mentioned, we are in Dubai. We've also just about to open in Mauritius, and there's a lot of challenges and risks in each area, but we've learned, and there's contingency plans for most of them, and we managed to overcome most of it. We do complete research on the cost, consumer preferences, the competitive analysis, the pricing and packaging, the regulatory environment. There's a lot of factors, but we've actually got a checklist where we've come through, and we do that in every single area. And obviously, with your help, we're going to be even better at that in India. We've taken that, as you mentioned, we've taken that humble hot dog, and with our sauces and toppings, we've got over 1,001 combinations. So you can come and eat at us 3 times a day, and for a year, and you still won't have tasted every single little taste. So that's a great one, and I challenge anyone to do that. Our menu is quite varied. We've got chicken, vegetarian, pork, burgers, hot dogs, bites, corn dogs, chicken strips, right across. It really is a varied menu, and it takes care of most customers' needs. We've got our mission, which is, I'll read this one out. Our mission is to excite customers with visible and desirable high-quality hot dogs served from vibrant outlets, and most important, by passionate staff who are passionate about the brand. And as you've heard, we're expanding internationally. Our franchise models can be stores, can be diners. So the difference between a store, which is probably 30 to 40 square meters, a diner is slightly bigger as it's got its own seating and it doesn't have communal seating like most food courts. Kiosks we've made smaller where they can fit underneath stairwells or lift wells or just smaller areas we can make to size. Mobile counters, we've got trailers and we've got the New York hot tile starts, which can do well in sports stadiums, especially at the cricket, at the FIHL, where my team's not winning. Our training and support, that's our strong point. Our operations is very, very good. I'm saying we're not going to put anyone into a shop and just leave them. Our hand-holding is forever. We pride ourselves in the operational support, right down from ordering, point of sale system to the actual staff training and serving of customers. That's always been in highest regard with us. Our marketing and support, I'm saying our franchisees benefit from a well-known name. We take care of national and regional advertising, market collateral, the loyalty programs we introduce into the store as we keep going. Aggregator marketing is becoming more and more worldwide. Some countries are up to 70% aggregator sales. PR support, social media management, and website and online presence is of paramount, and it's getting stronger and stronger every day. We do financial projections per union, per unit and per area, what the investment requirements will be. Our franchisee selection is paramount. We need to have strong business-minded people who work with us as a team so that it's a win-win for everyone. Some of our success stories, we've done huge music festivals. We've done rugby games. We've done cricket games. Our unique product is not only tastes unique, but it's under a minute service. So we really are, once we prep, we can move out of a big number of really good tasting, high quality hot dogs. The benefits are obviously the proven business models, the brand recognition, our training and support I've mentioned, the economies of scales are good. Marketing, advertising is also very strong. The growth, the tech systems, the quick startup, and our track record speaks for itself. And there's the 4 people involved in the global. Obviously, we have an operations team underneath us. Venus, any questions we can open up? That was a short run through of who we are and what we do.
Absolutely, and we would have some questions. Before that, let's share with our audience here what is the business financial model we are sort of looking for in India. Yeah. I have my colleague Nikita Stephen. She would share what kind of financial modeling, just an outline of it so that people kind of understand. And they can evaluate if it is going to be for them or not. Nikita, if that's okay with you.
Yes, thank you, Venus. So I'll present my screen to let everybody understand what kind of commercials we are proposing for the Indian market for the brand. Since this is a brand who is operating both into a diner model as well as your QSR model, so that is something we'll be providing for in Indian markets as well. For the diner, you can expect an area somewhere around 800 square feet, which communicates to roughly 75 square meter. For which, if you talk about the investment, the franchisee fee that will be provided will be 5 lakh rupees. Your setup cost will be around 20 lakh rupees. Your kitchen equipments that's needed to be a part of the facility will be close to 12 lakh rupees plus an additional 5 lakh rupees invested into your furniture and fixtures. All your ancillary costs could be another 1 to 1.5 lakh rupees, which brings your capital investment in the property close to 45 lakh rupees, which communicates to roughly 980,000 ZAR for an 800 square feet store. If you talk about a QSR model, which you can open into food courts for malls, as well as in high streets and airports, you would require an area size of 300 square feet, which communicates to roughly 28 square meter. If you talk about the investment for the QSR, your investment would go into franchise fee for 5 lakh rupees. The interior fit out cost and signages would cost you another 6 to 7 lakh rupees. The kitchen equipments for the property will be for 8 lakh rupees. Since we would not require a furniture for this center because you will be utilizing your common setups into those areas. Your ancillary cost for your business permits and promotions could be another 1 lakh rupees, where your investment is close to 20 to 22 lakh rupees, which communicates to roughly around 500,000 ZA for a 300 square feet QSR model. If you talk about your revenue structure, so for a store or a diner model, your average order value could be roughly around 700 for two people, which is a bill for two. Your food cost could be running at 30%. The deliveries that you will be doing from the particular store will be for a commission of 28%. Additionally, your packaging and wastage cost could add to another 3% of the overall revenue. The royalties that you will be paying to the brand will be at 6% on the gross revenue that will be adjusted. You will require at least 3 staff in your kitchen, which will be your sous chef and commis, where you will also require your kitchen porters and stewards for the center. If you talk about our model for a QSR brand, your bill could be somewhere around 300 rupees, which is an average bill for a single product for a person. Your cost of food will be at 30%, and 3% would contribute to your packaging and wastage cost. Royalties would remain 6% overall for both the models, and you will require at least 3 to 4 staff to operate into your kitchen purpose. I'll quickly take our partners through the P&L, what we draw. So on an average, you can achieve a bill size of 50 to 60 tickets in a particular day in the first year. And from there, you can grow it to 80 to 100 bills a day as well, where your average annual revenue could be somewhere between 1.5 to 1.8 CR. Since all the expenses we have just discussed, 6% would go into your brand royalty. All your cost of sales would be communicating to 40% of the overall revenue. 15 to 16% is what you will spend into your staff salaries, their welfares, and the staff uniforms. 22% would contribute to your administrative expenses, which includes your rentals, your utilities, electricities, any professional fees, insurances that you will be paying. So overall, that communicates to 22%. And 1.5% of your overall revenue is what you will be encouraged to spend into your marketing for social media or any other local marketings, where you're running EBITDA for the model will be somewhere between 15 to 16% on an average, and communicates to roughly 75% as an average annual ROI that would be contributed. So if your partners will be investing 45 lakh rupees in a particular store, your payback would come into a period of 20 to 22 months. This is what we derived for a diner model. I'll also introduce the QSR model, which is for the food court and malls, where your number of tickets could be higher since it's a very high footfall ground that you will be opening the store. So you can easily achieve 100 tickets a day, where initially you can achieve a revenue of 75 lakhs to 1 CR in the initial run for the center. 6% goes into your royalties. Your cost of sales could be close to 33%. Your staff cost contributed is at 13 to 14% of the revenue. Your occupancy or your administrative cost is a little higher because obviously the foods and the malls, they run on a higher rent and cam charges. But still, the higher the administrative expenses, the higher is you can expect the revenue and the number of tickets. 1.5% is the marketing cost that will be incurred. So on an investment of 20 to 22 lakh rupees, you can break even in a period of 1 to 1.5 years, what we project for a QSR model. Now, because Sausage Saloon is coming with these two models, we predominantly want to engage our partners into an area developer contract. So for an area developer, I'll quickly take you through the what we project here. So one direct unit is what we expect our partner to open to themselves, so that becomes a training unit for the partner. as well as an through the operational productivity that remains one single outlet that they'll open. And they have a potential to open at least 10 outlets that they can sub-franchise, where the master fee that will be collected for an sub-franchise of 10 units, you will be paying 25 lakh rupees to the brand. And the total investment for your master fee as well as the direct unit that the area licensee is going to open, you can expect your total investment into an AD model close to 60 to 65 lakh rupees, where your EBITDA comes to more, your ROI becomes higher than 100%, and you can easily achieve a payback period in 16 to 18 months of your running business. So this is the model that we propose for a area developer licensee here in India.
Right. Swaraj, do you want to take questions? I think we have some questions.
Thank you. Yeah. Thanks, Nikita. Thanks, Steve, for the presentation. So there are some questions which have come up. So I'll take some relevant ones which are there. That generally, what would be the price which you would suggest that the products will be there in the Indian market, Steve? In dollars?
Are you looking at cost of products, Faraj, or cost of retail price?
Cost of retail price, the selling price.
So I think we have put that, Nikita. How much is it? So
So on an average, if we talk about the market competitors as well, so we have placed our pricing to close to 280 to 300 rupees for per product, because this is more of a fast food product. When we talk about 700 rupees for a diner model, we actually take into consideration cost for 2 people who will be dining at that particular property. If we talk about a QSR model, QSR appears to be more into a single ticket model. So that's why we have considered 300 rupees as an average price or an average billing for QSR. But our products will be priced somewhere in a bracket of 280 to 300 rupees.
but this is this amount includes fries, Coke, and a hot dog, or it's just the hot dog?
We have just concluded on food, but if you'll talk about beverages, it can go higher as well. But for the ticket for 2, we have considered for 700.
Okay, Stephen, what is our average pricing in South Africa?
Okay, so the average pricing in South Africa is overall countrywide is about 85 to 100 rands per
How much
person.
is that in American dollars?
That would be $20.
20?
Hmm.
Oh, that's a lot of money. That's
That's
$20.
That would be well, if it's 100 rand divided by 2, so divided by 2. So because that would include a cold drink, it would include the chips. It's a combo meal.
It's a combo, yeah.
No, I think there's some issue because $20. I think.
Let me just get my calculation right. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I know, Amit Kumar, we are solving that problem for you, because South Africa is also like, it's it has a I mean $20 for it will be quite a bit.
Sorry, I've worked it backwards. It's $5.
It's $5.
Yeah, $5 to $7.
So $5 is actually 400 rupees, but that includes a hot dog, a Coke, and like a drink and fries. I
combo
think,
meal.
yeah, in India, I think there are a lot of questions around the food. Yeah, I do feel we should be able to, because everything, Stephen and his founder, Stefan, they're working on sourcing everything from within the country. So I guess there will be a couple of loss leaders in the menu, which can be, let's say, 99. Like, Subway does that in India, where you have this really you can't eat that sandwich, but it's 99 rupees. But that's just to kind of get in the door. But the average ticket is about 250 rupees or 300 rupees. So I think we would have that menu curation in India, but the average would be about 250 to 75 Indian rupees. And I think that should that's a good pricing for the quick service where it fills you up.
So I think a lot of our meals will sell around $3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So three American dollars is about 200 rupees,
250.
225 rupees.
Yeah.
And that's what. So it's going to be a very competitive product. I also feel, Stephen, and I think for people listening in, I do feel that we can make the investment into the dine-in model more efficient. I think we can bring it down at least by 25 to 30%. I think we can. We do a lot of work in quick service. I know we can make it efficient. We have done that before, so that will also happen. But I think coming back to what Nikita shared and what Stephen shared, and what we at Fran Global want to do is we are looking for area developers. So in area developer, the investment is, Nikita, you mentioned 25 lakhs, right? That's
Yes, 25
25
lakhs into
lakhs.
the site.
That's
Yeah.
about $30,000 American dollars. And what kind of area they would get? Do you know that? You said 10 stores, but is it an area restrictive deal or it's not?
Yes, that will be an area restricted deal. So we will not be giving out the entire. So I think we can discuss on the same. If we want to give out a bigger territory or a region, we'll design the area developer and the rollout according to the same. This is a projections what we project for a 10-unit deal. But if we are going for a territory, then we'll design the area developer license according to the same.
So I would say, I think if I can give you a sense, since Stephen would be actually here with us over the weekend for the show, let's talk about Delhi NCR, right? Let's say it's a 50 store deal. We are looking at a fee of about, let's say, 50 lakhs, and you spend another 25 lakhs in opening your own store, and then you build a sub franchise network of 50 stores where the revenue split is 50-50. So anything which you're receiving, you keep 50%, you send 50% to the brand. So it's a simple model. Nikita, am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's the model. So again, but we need people who can build stores, who can get stores done. Otherwise, it's not going to be interesting for anyone in the value chain. Swaraj, you want to take more questions? I know there's some more questions.
So there were some questions about who the competitions are in the Indian market. That I can only answer that there is no competition right now because there is no specific QSR brand which is focused on hot dogs only in India. I think that's a big opportunity in the Indian market, which is currently focusing on the brands and the rates, which is very competitive.
Yeah, I think competition, every quick service brand is a competition, and it's not. I think every business now is, it's all about super subspecialty. Swaraj is right that we do not have a chain in India right now who can say that we have 500 stores in this particular specialty. And that's why the other sort of hot dog brands on the app, they're very expensive. I mean, my brother loves hot dogs, and let's say if he orders 2 hot dogs, not the drink, it's around 700 rupees. So I think there is that opportunity. There's some questions regarding the non-veg and veg factor. Stephen, are you serving vegetarian
Vegetarian also. Yep.
so hot dogs in South Africa or no?
Some of our stores have a calling for vegetarian. It's not the biggest market for vegetarian, but we do have a very nice vegetarian product, and it's served in some of the areas very well. A lot of the markets where we go and do sports stadiums will have a purely vegetarian or vegetarian kiosk just doing vegetarian meals. So it's vegetarian burgers and hot dogs and corn dogs. So to answer your question, yeah, we do. I know that it'll be a lot bigger in India, and we'll develop it as such.
Yeah, I think I agree. Sorry, Sivaraj, go ahead, please.
No problem. It's okay. I was just asking that there is another question regarding the supplies, that it will be frozen or it will be freshly prepared.
It has to be frozen, otherwise the meat will go bad. So I'm assuming, Stephen, that's the answer.
Oh, exactly. Yes, the cold chain's got to be maintained from source right through to customer. So
Yes.
definitely frozen. Yeah.
And I think we can really do some, and we've had those discussions with Sausage Saloon team that India, of course, we would have to bring in some really nice vegetarian, like we have to make Indian people, make the vegetarian hot dog popular the way McDonald's did with Mac Paneer and their Aloo Tikki burger. So we would have to do some engineering, and the brand is already working on that. So there will be a big vegetarian menu, and all of us know that if you take chicken out of the quick service, if it sorry take the protein out of the quick service, then the product pricing also comes down quite considerably. So if we, let's say, do a potato something dog, I think it can be very interesting. We can do maybe some innovation on sauces, like a tandoori sauce or something. I think it'll be really nice. I look forward. I'm already very hungry. I generally don't eat lunch. I feel like having it right now. But yes, there will be some. Don't worry about the product side, because that's where brand is very strong, and they'll be working with you. They would not just leave you. Okay, figure it out yourself. It will be a work which will be done jointly. But in the end, we are looking for people who, if you can, you build 50 store business where you bring in the brand, and this investment is under what? Under a crore? Under a crore as a area developer. So so it's a very cost efficient, format efficient, scale efficient business. But that's the first question. And don't worry about the food. That all will be figured out. But I think the biggest thing which you want to, of course, make sure is that any partner we sign with, it has to be that they at least have a plan for 50 stores.
Yes, completely agreed. Yeah.
Sviraj, anything else?
No, nothing. I think most of the things are covered. So I've shared my email ID, mobile number in the group. So anyone of you would like to get in touch for any other details, would like to discuss in details, you can send me a mail, give me a call. We will be in touch. Thank you for joining the call.
Right.
Closure note.
Stephen, before we go, anything from you?
No, just excited, especially to develop those tandoori sauces.
I know it will be very, very tasty. And see, who doesn't love a hot dog? When I went first time to New York and London, and I was walking through those London and New York streets, there's this culture of hot dog carts. In India, we have like chole bhature cart and aloo puri cart there. So I still remember having that hot dog in London, walking 5 kilometers, and I was tired, and I would stop by at this hot dog cart. In fact, even once burned my mouth because the mustard was so stingy. I think we are bringing that culture. We are bringing that product experience. I think that's something which we lack here. We'll bring that up. It's a very, I'm excited, because who doesn't want a good hot dog? At least I do. And it's efficient food. It's delivery friendly, which is very important in quick service in Indian market. And there will be efficiency, which you can expect as the business kind of grows in India. There would be the cost of product, the cost of packaging, the cost of all these things. Yes, they might be slightly high right now, but eventually they will come down. And we look forward welcoming Stephen, of course, and you, our audience, who at this weekend, 18th and 19th of May in Delhi at Yashobhumi Convention Center. We are bringing at least 700 brands from India and the world. And if you want to meet those brands, yes, do join us, do register for that show. Stephen will be there. And we look forward to see you again. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you,
everyone.
Okay.